Michigan. My name is Elissa and I am honored to be your nominee for the U.S. Senate here in Michigan. And I'm not going to take too much of your time because I saw that Magic Johnson was in the house, homegrown from Lansing, Michigan. But I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, can we give another round of applause for our senior senator, Debbie Stabenow, 50 years of service. 50 years of service. And I couldn't be more proud to be following in her footsteps. Now, can we say how weird it is to have this many candidates come to like the Flint, Saginaw area in a row? It is amazing. And why? Because we are extremely competitive, because the election will be won or lost in places like this, and we understand that. So it is our responsibility to do a couple of things. It's our responsibility to be really clear with our neighbors, to be really clear with those friends who maybe we've had like an agreement, we don't talk about national politics. Raise your hand, by the way, if you have a relationship with your family or a colleague or a friend that's gotten uncomfortable because of politics over the years. Right? Every single one of us. And raise your hand if Thanksgiving dinner has become a little uncomfortable because, God forbid, politics comes up. Right? What I'm telling you is we have a window with those folks right now to have this conversation, and the conversation is about who is saying something and who is doing something. We look at what people who they do, not what they say. When it comes to investing in our infrastructure, one group says it, the other group does it. When it comes to bringing our supply chains back home after what happened in COVID with the masks and gloves and the chips and the pharmaceuticals, one group says it, the other group does it. When it comes to investing in Michigan manufacturing and saying we want to build the next generation of vehicles in Michigan, one group says it, the other group does it. And we do what our parents have always taught us. You look at what people do when no one's watching, not when they say, when they want your vote. Watch that. And at the end of the day, why are we all here? Why do we come out on a Friday for this kind of rally? It's because we love our country and we want it to be better. We love our country. We know that it can live up to the promise of our founders. We know that it can be better than it is today. We know that we don't want to live where Thanksgiving dinner is uncomfortable. We won't always be here. But right now, we have to stand up for our country. We have to wear our patriotism on our sleeve. We have to reject the pretenders who wrap themselves in the flag and then spit on the values that it represents. And we do that by working. We do that by talking to people. But here's what I'm asking you to do. I'm deputizing you to have two slightly uncomfortable conversations, right? I'm asking you to talk to that family member, that friend, that neighbor, that colleague who maybe you just haven't talked about national politics for 4 or 5 years. I'm deputizing you to say, hey, I know we don't usually talk about this, but can we have this conversation on what you're thinking about voting? I'm asking you to have that hard conversation, because if we're going to save this country, it's going to be with the voters in this area who just aren't sure. So thank you for caring about your community. Thank you for caring about your country. Wear your patriotism on your sleeve, and let's go get them in November.